Hello guys, welcome to another installment here on Lunar Goddess Tarot. So Neptune went retrograde just yesterday actually, and he is sitting in his home sign of Pisces, the fish. So I felt like this was really worth exploring, and as you guys have noticed, I've been producing more content on astrology. Astrology is a fascinating subject and topic for me, and I do love the science behind it, the quantum physics behind it as well. And so expect to have more videos on astrology coming from me in the near future, now and in the future. Of course, it's always now, but we can argue that at a later point in time. So welcome in if you guys are a twin flame, a light worker, a star seed, a soulmate, if you're just a human being on this human journey, from the soul's the soul's perspective of the human journey. Welcome in. All are welcome here. And I'm going to dive right in. So just a few quick announcements. If you'd like a reading for the month of July, I'm booking up now for the month of July, private readings. If you've emailed me, I will get back to you this weekend. So you guys will be first in line to book those readings for July if you've already emailed me in the past few days. So what else? We have a very important guest speaker that we're going to have on the channel. Things have been really challenging, so I actually have two guest speakers I want to bring in potentially at the same time. I haven't decided, but they'll be coming in, both Holly and Kelly, at some point here in the summer, so do expect that to occur. And lots of great things. You know, Neptune is retrograde, so we're going to talk about that today. But stay tuned and please subscribe to the channel. Check me out over on Patreon, where I produce additional and bonus content as well as more detailed content. Just the other day, I wrote all about soulmates on the twin flame journey. I think that's a very, a topic that oftentimes leaves you with more questions than answers. So I wanted to address that topic. Is it right? Is it okay? Does it mess up your twin flame journey? Et cetera, et cetera. Does it push the divine masculine away? One of the most common questions I get about soulmates on the journey is, will this mess up my possibility for union? So check that out over on Patreon, and let's get started. So I would just like to bring in this selenite crystal just to give this reading a nice cleanse here of clarity and purity, bringing in the energies of the ascended masters and the archangels, especially our dude Archangel Michael, asking him to please create a cover and a blanket of protection around this reading, myself and everyone watching. This is a timeless reading, but it will be most pertinent if you're watching it over the next several days or several weeks here of June 26, 2021. Neptune went retrograde June 25th, yesterday, 2021. So there's a lot of intuitive powers that are being unearthed at this time with Neptune having gone retrograde in the sign, in his home sign of Pisces. And Neptune is very comfortable when a planet is snuggled up, okay, to their home sign, their home astrological sign. They feel very comfortable. It's a very positive pairing, as one would expect. So it's very cozy here. And what it also means is the power, the possibility, and the energy of that planet is just amplified in its home sign. When we have the retrograde, mixed into the mix here, we have some complex energies, okay? A lot of us are experiencing a higher or heightened state of intuition, as well as dreams that are going to be more and more telepathic, more intuitive. Dreams, if you're not one that remembers your dream state, you may be remembering your dreams more at this time. I'm also feeling the dreamscape or the dream state is going to be heightened, and you're going to feel more alert, which you're going to want to be mindful of this, because it can and will mean that your sleep is less sound and you won't wake up feeling as refreshed. my dreams were insane last night, but I'm a dreamer, period. I have a Pisces moon and a Pisces south node. So this energy will affect you more depending on the placement of Pisces in your chart. Okay. And if you know you have a significant placement with Pisces, this is definitely a reading for you, but it's a reading for everyone because it affects everybody. Okay. In a blanket way. And then it'll affect you individually in a unique way. So a lot of you, most of us, will feel more psychically sensitive, psychically connected, and more attuned to our gifts and our powers at this time. It's going to be very important during this retrograde that you do things to make yourself feel more grounded. You're going to be feeling more creative energies will be coming up. And again, I've been feeling this for a while, that the 9 to 5 is sort of being like it's not going to exist, I feel, in a couple years. More people are working from home. People enjoy working from home. They don't want to go back into the office. People like the independence. They like working in their PJs and in their pajamas. And people like spending more time at home with family, with their animals. So I do think that we're going to see significant changes in the workspace here. And I do. So expect that to come over the next several years. It's already happening, actually. It's already taken root. So this retrograde is going to last for, I think it's into November. So actually it is, the end of November. So December 1st, it'll station back direct. So this is the energy that we're going to be feeling for the remainder of the year. So let's get some energies here. The energy is gaining momentum. The answers you need are coming. Luck is on your side. We have Sagittarius and Gemini energy coming up here. Sagittarius is the world explorer, the adventurer, the nature lover, the animal lover. Gemini, of course, the sign of the twins, as well as the sign of communication and the sign of telepathy. So I feel like we may have felt unlucky, quite unlucky actually, over the past several months. June was challenging in a different way than February, March, April, and May were. June was challenging in the sense that your 3D world may have become very busy, very full of activities, full of responsibilities and duties. And this Neptunian influence is going to take us back into the world of illusion and grandeur and magic. And we are going to enjoy that. So you want to be careful not to get swept away or swept off your feet. Be mindful because, again, as soulmates may come in for those of you who are on the twin flame journey, just be mindful that you're leading with your heart, yes, and your soul, but that you also have your wits about you, because soulmates can come in and this could sort of rock the boat of your life and take you off course in a sense. So just make sure that, illusions can be very powerful. It's the energy of the moon, right? Illusionary, the energy of not seeing things clearly or seeing things through rose-colored glasses. So there can be some energy of deception or elusiveness. And also, Pisces, the shadow aspect, can even be manipulative. So we want to be careful that we're not inviting those types of people or characters into our lives. But anytime we have retrogrades, you guys likely know this, if you're students of astrology like I am, that there's bound to be some confusion, some mix-ups, but it also brings back people or events or situations from the past. So it's sort of a chance for us either to once and for all walk away from that situation, heal and mend and, say our goodbyes, adios, or it's a chance for us to reconnect. So for some of you, and especially with, Pisces here, Neptune and Pisces, there is the possibility of romance. Okay, I'm just going to say there's a possibility of a new romance or the possibility, yes, of your twin coming back. But I feel for most people, this could be the possibility of a new person coming in. So be on the lookout for that. Just be mindful. Okay, so when a planet goes retrograde, we look at how far away the planet is from Earth. So Neptune is pretty far away from Earth. So when it retrogrades, it's going to connect to several other planets that are actually closer to us here on Earth. And so that's sort of how we feel the energy, of a planet that's not as close to us as, say, Venus. And we're going to want to look at the energies as they come in, because it may not be very direct. This may be in an indirect manner, the way that Neptune is going to influence us. But we are going to start to feel lucky. And I always feel like Pisces has a very lucky energy about it. There's the energy, it's the energy of fantasy, of possibility. And so we're going to start to ramp up our psychic senses again, where the feminine has been really, really hanging out in the 3D and really worried and stressed about the 3D and hasn't really been able to focus necessarily, let's say, on your meditation practice or your spirituality practice. That's going to start to shift and change here, because you're going to be drawn back into the world of the mystical, divine feminine. And clarity is coming, but I feel like you're going to have to search for that and take those rose-colored glasses off, because with Neptune in Pisces going retrograde, we need to be mindful of confusion and chaos at this time. The energy is going to ramp up, I feel, and I'm feeling intuitively like we're going to hit the peak of this Neptune retrograde, let's say in the month of September, October, and then from there it's going to start to sort of decline in power and energy until it goes direct again in Pisces on December 1st. You want to be mindful not to necessarily take things or people at face value at this time. And again, if Prince Charming comes to sweep you, or Princess Charming comes to sweep you off your feet during this time, you're going to want to look and be extra mindful of what exactly is going on and who this person really and truly is underneath that Neptunian mask that they may be wearing intentionally or unintentionally. Things just may not be as they seem. And when Neptune goes direct, you may step out of that and go, whoa, okay, I was in a world of illusion, and things will be very clear at that point. But let's keep our energy clean. Let's keep our space clean. We've worked this, we haven't come this far to only come this far. We've worked really hard. I do feel as though the water signs are going to benefit the most from this retrograde. Cancer, Scorpio, and of course Pisces, and also Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. So Aquarius is an air sign, but Aquarius does connect to the energies here of the water. Pisces in particular, anyone with a strong Pisces placement, you're going to feel this retrograde on the level potentially of your identity, and this may cause you to go inward more than normal, feel more introverted, less extroverted, and you're going to be sorting through your own emotions. We all are at this time, but especially those with significant placement, like a rising in Pisces, a sun in Pisces, a Venus in Pisces, a north or south node in Pisces. You likely will be feeling this placement the most. And of course, Neptune in Pisces. If you have a Neptune in Pisces, you'll be feeling this significantly as well. So you're going to be sorting through your own emotions at this time, your dreams, your fantasies, and you're going to be extra intuitive, extra spidey senses that you'll be contending with at this time, but be patient and gentle, Pisces, okay? Very important that we are patient with ourselves during this time. A lot of us could feel very inspired. In particular, Scorpio could feel very inspired by this energy. Pisces is a sister sign. You want to just make sure, again, like you're staying grounded. So grounding exercises on a daily basis, because this energy could seriously make you feel like you're going to float away. Nobody wants to float away. Let's check out the energies here of the Light Seers deck. There's going to be some secrets that come up to be revealed during this time. So people are going to be, it's not that they're going to be admitting their secrets necessarily, because a lot of us will be introverted during this time and keeping to ourselves and really feeling inspired to paint, to draw, to create, you know, to write, to sing, to share. But we're going to be doing this in a private manner. But I do feel like there are going to be secrets that are revealed, potentially in dream state, 5D interactions, especially if you're a twin flame, divine feminine, divine masculine, but also just startling truths that may suddenly come to light for you. This particular retrograde is tracking us back to February. So I want you guys to think back to February. If a significant event happened in February of this year, 2021, how did that affect you? And you're going to be potentially have the opportunity to relive that experience, but in a way that's more empowering now. Or you can see it for what it truly was, right? For better or worse, and then heal and move on from that experience. So you're going to be learning during this time. And as you're learning during this time, what you're going to do is you're going to have the opportunity or option to apply what you've learned once Pisces goes direct December 1st. So it's a great learning period. It's a time to really sort of churn the waters of creativity and inspiration and intuition at this time and really connect back to your deeper self. I know myself, I felt pretty disconnected from my spiritual side for really since February. So interesting that we're tracking back to February. And you think back, was there an interaction with your counterpart at that time? Was there a challenging interaction with a friend or family member? So how can things be reassessed and reinvented, right? How can we reinvent a different outcome? We have here from the tarot deck, the Six of Wands, victory and success being recognized, and the World card. So again, the World card, completion. Something has come to fruition, and we can now acknowledge that. We can let go. We can release the burdens of the past. We can move on to something new. And, you know, it's this idea of other people recognizing our efforts. So this is what this Pisces retrograde is bringing us, is the possibility that other people can recognize how far we've come in our gifts and our talents, and that we will be able to share those with the world in a few months from now. 2022 is going to be really opening the door for us to step out of this cocoon that we've been in really since 2019 and or end of 2019, 2020, when everything hit and everything happened globally. And we're going to have the opportunity to really reconnect on a much more deeper and more intimate scale and level. Ten of Swords. These are all cards that have come up, by the way, recently as themes, so I'm not at all surprised to see them. Ten of Swords does talk about challenging, you know, a challenging ending. It talks about burdens, feeling burdened, feeling stabbed in the back. It can definitely indicate a feeling like somebody has betrayed you. Somebody has done you wrong. There's been a painful ending of some sort, but again, it leads to happiness, okay? There's an opportunity here with this Neptune retrograde to find deep healing, and also to recognize your ability to be resilient and to bounce back, and to reflect on the hope that is possible, the potential that's possible, possibility at this time. I want to talk for a minute about Aries, and maybe I should do a separate readings for all of the astrological signs. Aries in particular, getting the download that you're going to be shattering illusions at this time. Okay, this is a healing period for you, Aries, as the leader of the zodiac. You're going back through the past and the dreams that may have not been fulfilled, or the dreams that you feel like were fulfilled with the wrong person, the wrong people. You surrounded yourself with the wrong people in your life, or stepped into a relationship that ultimately ended in a lot of pain and separation. This is about you shattering the illusions you've held for yourself and for others, and for what your life could and should be. So, okay, let's see. You know, Neptunian energy is really misunderstood. If you have a prominent placement in Pisces, you will have a deeper and better understanding of this energy. But it does deal with the subconscious, the dream state, dream work, and also the ability to daydream for yourself, to create that life that you desire, to believe that it's possible. So let's talk about who Neptune is. In mythology, Neptune is the god of the sea. So we're talking about the energy of water, the energy of the, think about the depths that the ocean carries. When you are able to, if you've had the luxury of being able to be in front of the ocean, okay, or living near the ocean like I do, then you know the power that the ocean has to transform, the power also that the ocean has to create fear in someone. You can get swept away in the ocean. The ocean contains sharks, right? The ocean has tides, right, that are affected by the tides of the moon, and all of these things can carry a person away. You can drown, but then the power and potential, the life that the ocean holds, the whales, the dolphins, the ecosystems that are contained in the oceans of the world, and the ability to, as the ocean gets deeper, as we go deeper and deeper, it gets darker and darker, as I was saying the other day on a video. So it really does talk about the subconscious mind, that which we can't see, the shadow work, the elements that are at play that we're not even aware of in our day-to-day life. So this is all about the unseen, what we can't see with our own two eyes, but what we can feel. What we can feel, what we know to be true. It's interesting. I've been getting a lot of signs in my daily life for the past, I'd say 2 or 3 months, of Neptune or trident, right? So Neptune carries the trident. That's his tool, so to speak. And Neptune, as the god of the sea, he's the god of our subconscious mind, the god of the underworld of the mind, right? The underbelly of our mind. And Neptune is here to help us shatter illusions and also dissolve any barriers between what's real and what's not. So it's the ability to go between worlds, or go between states of mind, altered states of mind. So yes, Neptune can deal with addictions. That's why a lot of people with significant or prominent Pisces placements can or have suffered from addictions in past lives or this life. Because the energy of Neptune invites us and asks us to go deeper and to really go far into the self. Some people choose to create that altered state of mind through meditation. Some people choose to create it with a drug of choice. And now they're even using, micro shrooms and micro doses of mushrooms and other potentially mind-altering substances to help with depression and anxiety. Why? Because it creates an altered state of mind. It affects your brain chemicals. So Neptune speaks to all of those things, and in its very best day, in its very best energy, Neptune leads to artists creating genius work, right? It's about artwork. It's about the artist within each of us. It's about creation, the ability to create, the ability to bring to life those things of the subconscious mind, our dream state, and bring it into our waking life. So the age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. This Neptunian influence, again, is waking people up. We're going deeper and deeper into the age of Aquarius. And it's waking people up to their true identities, their true powers, and the gifts that they've carried with them into this lifetime from previous lifetimes. I had a conversation with a divine masculine. Not my divine masculine, a divine masculine. And just yesterday, actually, if you have ever wondered, divine feminine watching, what your masculine is thinking, do they regret walking away? The answer is yes. This was so powerful. In fact, I think I'm going to do a separate video on this, so stay tuned for that because it's that important. It was the craziest experience. It was a video call, and it was like I was being given this insight and this gift because our masculines haven't been able to say this to us yet or express this, but the guilt and the shame and the sorrow is very present and very real right now for the masculines. So I do feel like that's part of the illusion that, is going to be shattered, is that they can't be with us, that they've, working past the ego and getting to the heart of the matter with this Pisces, Neptune retrograde, and realizing that they can say they're sorry, that they can come back, that the door is still open, that the divine feminine has unconditional love and forgiveness in their heart for this person, regardless of how long it's been. And for this person, it had been 3 years. And that the feminine understands that, that the masculine understands that the door is not closed just because of something that happened in the past. So I think I'm going to talk about that on another video, but this is about both the masculine energy, the feminine energy, and anyone watching realizing that, these are my gifts. This is what I've been given. And I've been training for this for lifetime. So this is something I know how to do. This is not something, I get to remember how to do this. This is not something I have to learn again. We made the choice to incarnate at this time, and we knew this was going to be a time of great significant change. It's a change and a shift in consciousness. So we will feel it before we actually see the effects of it. Okay. Masculine energy, please. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? I believe the feminines got this a few days ago. So masculines, now it's being thrown in the masculines' court. The ball is in the masculines' court. Answer the call, masculines. This is the age of light. This is, the dawning of the age of Aquarius. This is the opening of the portals. You know how to do this. You've been training for this. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember what you came here to do. Feminines, council of light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. And you also got feminines, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. This is about healing lifetimes where you were persecuted for speaking your truth. And in fact, I woke up today with significant, it's like someone has their hands on my throat, like significant tightness in my SCM muscles here, sternomastoid muscles. Very, very intense, but it literally, as I'm talking here, very uncomfortable, feels like my throat is tightening. So, and it's not an allergy, by the way. I have food allergies. I'm aware of those. This is definitely energetic and nature. And so, yes, if you're feeling throat chakra issues or blockages at this time, feminine, know that this is collectively what is happening. So feel free to express yourself, come out of that cave, and know that your voice can be heard now. And look, everything is coming to light. The masculines are answering the call. We're stepping into the age of light more and more. It's more and more profound, deeper and deeper layers and levels here of exposing the darkness into the light. The helpers from the ascended masters, your ancestors, those who have come before you, your star team, your higher self, and knowing that you're not alone, right? Knowing that there are people here to really, truly help you walk this path. And to be honest, a lot of us have felt very alone recently. So this is also a reminder that things have been divinely orchestrated this way, and we're in all corners of the world for a reason. You are exactly where you're meant to be. And yeah, I'm hearing for the masculines also with answer the call to drop your resistance, masculines. Don't feed the resistance, but honor the resistance. And it's a call for you to step into your soul mission that much more powerfully. It's like you already know what to do, masculines. Now it's time to honor that. You already know what your soul is calling you towards. It's just a matter of you answering that call, walking towards, taking the baby steps towards, or the gigantic steps rather, because I think a lot of you have already taken the baby steps towards the direction that your soul is pushing you towards, which is back into a place of inner union. It's, also speaking your voice, sharing your voice, knowing that you're heard, knowing that you're protected, and knowing that you're assisted and guided this entire time, and stepping out of your own cave, because you've been in the dwelling of your own cave for a while now as you've started to open up and expand and awaken. A lot of feminines have been transmuting for you and have felt the heart chakra activations, and the feminines are now asked to sort of just step back and allow you to move through this process. I asked ultimately, what is this what is this retrograde bringing us? The Emperor. And that is a person who has answered the call of their soul. The Emperor has answered the call. Okay, he knows what move he wants to make next. He's just waiting for the right moment. That's all. It's bringing us the Emperor. Expect significant shift in movement in your connection by the end of the year. Twin flames. Expect this individual to really step up to the plate, to make his move, and to take action. This is about action in the 3D. This is moving beyond, the phone calls, the texts. This is about making the move to see you, to actually physically have that meeting. A lot of fears that the masculines have had to work past to get to this place. Feminines, stay in a place of balance, okay? You're invited during this retrograde as the masculine goes through a metamorphosis to become the Emperor. Stay in a place of balance. This is inner union. This is going to help, and we already know this, but it's a gentle reminder. This is going to help bring your masculine into a position of power where he feels able to make the move towards you, where he has been able to forgive himself for what has transpired and to step forward and ask for forgiveness and ask for a physical meeting. So I'm going to stop on that note. Stay tuned for the video. I am going to share what happened, but I'm going to share what happened in the conversation with this divine masculine and I really think it's going to help a lot of you. So take great care, guys. Happy Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Talk to you soon.